Hello, this is Binni here. Today we'll be talking about Hang Seng Tech. A lot of people ask me whether this rally, the Hang Seng Tech rally, is genuine because last year, some of you make a remark that Hang Seng Tech is still in a ICU, intensive care unit, seems like not going to recover. And then right now, is this rally true or not true? Okay, so rather than to answer from the point of what I'm guessing, what I like to do is to show some substantial proof, right? And in my chart here, I've inserted two lines here, and they are the moving averages. So let's talk about what is the meaning of moving average, MA, right? So this is like a line that gives us the average price of the previous period. So for example, I have this line here, which is this green line here, all right, and then it's showing 4,948 right now. So this is a 21 MA, okay, because right now I'm putting it into a weekly chart, so this would be a 21-week moving average. Now it's showing 4,948. Now the other line here, so this is the red line here. Now this is a 51 period moving average, and likewise I'm putting it into a weekly chart, so this is a 55 weeks moving average. Now how do I use these moving averages? For example, prices has been moving downwards here. Now if you take a look, right, that prices genuinely, they are trading below the moving averages. Okay, and then the color of the moving average here is generally red. Starting around here, the prices, they are trading above the moving averages, and the moving averages color turns to become green. So two things here. Now if I want to know that this is a downtrend, downward movement, then the formula would be a 21 week, which is a shorter term moving average, is less than a 55 weeks. Now this would give us a bearish trend here. Now why is that so? It means that the recent price given by the 21 week is less than the average price of the 55 weeks. Okay, now I represent this using a red color. Alright, so likewise, as you can see here, during this period, this would be a red color moving average because the 21 week, which is a shorter term moving average, is less than the 55 weeks. Now, when will it change to become a green color? So that's when we have the 21 weeks as more than the 55 weeks moving average. This would be a bullish situation. Likewise, the color would be a green color. Now, how to understand this, right, from the price behavior? Now, it says that if we have a 21 week more than 55 weeks, it says that the short-term investors, they are willing to pay more than the long-term investors. That means the short-term is starting to get a little bit bullish, positive about prices, than versus the longer-term investors. Okay, so this is how we use the moving average to decide whether, number one, there is a change in trend. So how do I know that there's a change in trend? Is when the color flip. So when the color flip from a red color to a green color, now this means that somewhere at a magical point, that trend, it switched. And when price decided to trade above this moving averages, so this would be the situation where at this point here, the prices are trading above the moving averages. Okay, so let me just clean this away and show it to you. All right, so prices around this point of time, they are trading above the moving averages because generally, if you take a look at the current price right now, which is about 5,800, they are above the previous two moving averages here. Now, how do I know that prices are trading above the moving averages? Now, that is where you see the current price here, which is about 5,900. It's above the two moving averages. Investors no longer want to trade at the average price. So this means that they are willing to endorse Hang Seng Tech at a higher price, higher than the average price. So it goes like this. So for example, if you're looking at to buy a house, and you know that average price of this house over the past 3 years has been hovering at $1 million. All right, so if you get at $1 million, then you are getting at a good price because you're buying at the average price. Now, if you are buying at below $1 million, so what this means is that you are buying below average. So you get a discount. But there could be other reasons why the house is being sold below average. For example, it's haunted. Therefore, the seller is able or willing to sell to you at a lower price than the average price. Now, in what situation are you willing to buy at a higher price than the average price? It could be, for example, underneath the house, there's gold, hidden gold, right? So instead of buying the house at $1 million, you would be at the same time owning that gold, which is about $1 billion. Okay, so that is like windfall, isn't it? So there are reasons why investors are willing to buy above the moving averages, but the only one reason would be they are generally more positive now. Okay, so if you take a look at Hang Seng Tech from the moving averages point of view, then right now prices since starting from last year September, which is September 2024, so this is September 24, has been trading above, right? Above the moving averages of the past 21 weeks and the past 55 weeks. During this period here, where prices trades near that 21 weeks moving average. Okay, so this is where we start to see that during this period of time, there was a flip, F-L-I-P, flip, right, in terms of prices. Suddenly, right, investors are not willing to buy higher, but suddenly something changed and investors are willing to buy higher. Now, if you link this back into things like fundamental reasons, then we know that at this point of time, which was last year, September, the Chinese government launched stimulus to stimulate the economy, and that resulted in generally the stocks moving higher. And of course that during this period of time, momentum gain, and then a lot of analysts are saying that the Hong Kong stocks are undervalued, and we saw positive news such as good earnings, etc., all supporting prices to move higher. But we can observe this from the price chart, because from the price chart, we are able to know that whether investors are generally willing to buy at a higher price than versus the average price, or at a lower price than versus the average price. Hence, this gives us a clue into their sentiment, okay? So what do you think about the Hang Seng Tech? Do you think that the rally will continue? All right, if you like to know more, there are two things that you can do. I have an event that's coming up on the 13th of March. That's a Thursday. I'll be explaining from the Forex point of view why the Hang Seng rally is not going to stop. Okay, that means that it's likely going to continue for a while. But from the Forex point of view, if you're interested, please go to this link here to register for the event. But there's limited seats. So if you can't get a seat, you can register for the next event. Just leave a note there that you would like to register for the event, then we will be inviting you. Now, second is to scan this Telegram code, because this is where I post updates on my views about the Hong Kong markets, about Forex, about gold, about the US stock market regularly. Remember to scan this QR code. For example, I posted a video on Tesla where I said that Tesla might be heading to 180. Tesla had a drop and it seems to be that heading there. But again, watch that video, all right? And if you can, watch that, and then you know all the reasons why I think Tesla might be heading lower. In my video, what I like to do is I like to explain the reason so that you can understand and you can use the technique to analyze that for your next stocks. Okay, that's all for today's update, and I see you again in my next video. These are trades which are done by myself or my students using the Alien War strategy. Join our community and take advantage of our 6 times a week training lessons, automated trade signals, and live trading sessions with our experienced alien traders. And for a limited time, we are offering a 100% full cashback offer on our course fee. That's right, you can learn our strategy risk-free. Over 1,000 students have already taken advantage of this offer and seen success. Visit this website now to learn more and join our community.